your presentation, you talked about 3 broad stages of going through an eHealth implementation. There was the pre-go live, the go live, and the post-go live.
Yes.
And your point was that in the post-go live phase, people get kind of stuck there. They don't really know how to get the most value out of a system. Have you got some tips and suggestions for organisations, even at the very early stages, how they can plan to make sure that they get the most out of it when it's actually running?
Yeah, actually they get stuck at go live, which hinders them to develop in the post-go live stage. But my suggestion would be to have your change management strategies in place well ahead of the game. So in the pre-go live activities, that's where you lay your foundation for change.
Yeah.
And if you can make people comfortable with technology, reduce the anxieties, show them how they can be successful in their jobs by leveraging technology as an enabler, the other phases flow nicely. And a good change management strategy allows you to pre-think issues that may come about later instead of being surprised.
Is there an example you could give us around practically speaking what a change management strategy would look like? Because I mean it's a bit sort of academic, isn't it?
Well, it can be. I try and take the practitioner approach. It can be, but you know, it really depends on the organizational dynamics and what the priorities are. But to give you an example, one of the common things that we do is try and build frontline leadership. The frontline leaders in these healthcare organizations are swamped with a lot of work, and then you put on an electronic medical record system. You know, they're really the ones that can help us reinforce the desired behavior at the front line. So I think a lot of focus there up front, building their capability, letting them know that they're not alone, that they have a partner on the project team to help them with reports, understanding how to better develop their teams, taking their teams to the next level so they can meet their clinical outcomes. To me, I think that's critical because an employee is going to listen to their first line supervisor. And if we can build that supervisor to be a good mentor, a good frontline leader, a good sponsor, I think that goes a long way in seeing improvements later on. Okay,
because I think, you know, change management is obviously something that a lot of doctors and clinicians, if they get involved in these projects, it's not something they would think about. It's like up there with project management. It's something that we really don't want to deal with if we can avoid it at any possible cost. Is there another way of looking at it that makes it, again, more practical to some of those points you were speaking about?
Yeah, I think change management is commonly misunderstood, and so it gets overlooked in many regards. I think the best way to approach it is to engage people, to make sure that the key stakeholders are at the table making decisions, and part of change management is influencing behind the scenes to make sure people understand that their involvement is going to lead to the organization's ability to grow. And the biggest mistake is to forget about a particular stakeholder group, not have them at the table and move forward and you know, jeopardize that relationship with them. Okay. But I think with physicians, the best thing to do is to involve them, because ultimately they're the ones, it's operations that drives and owns the system.